Now, the first women's Hajj flight will be taking off from Kerala today. It is the first amongst the 16 such flights that have exclusively been scheduled for women Hajj pilgrims from Kerala alone. This is the impact of the change in policy that the Government of India made in 2017 to empower Muslim women. The policy empowers Muslim women above the age of 45 to travel unaccompanied or without a mahram to perform Hajj in Mecca. It may have appeared a small change, but a mere technicality in how women performed Hajj up until 2017, but it has had far-reaching impact on our image as a society. The BJP government has made several transformational policy changes in its regime for the empowerment of women alone, right from building toilets for women, providing free LPG gas connections, building homes with women as their legal owners, criminalizing triple talaq, and allowing women to travel without a male chaperone for Hajj. It becomes all the more significant that the first all-women's flight to Jeddah for Hajj pilgrimage takes off from Kerala. It also has the potential to provide the political leverage to BJP, who has been trying to find a foothold in the left-run state from many years now. I start my conversation with Dr. Lubna Kamal. I'm not going to take a look at the political implications and the impact that is perhaps going to be made with this Hajj pilgrimage that is only for the women who are wanting to travel to Mecca to pay their homage to their gods without a mahram, without a chaperone. What I would like to ask of you, Dr. Lubna Kamal, is the transformation that you have been able to witness since 2017, since this policy change came into being.
Firstly, let's not link any political party or politics to this. It's great actually to see this. This is really a great step. But I would like to add one more thing over here, that Hajj was actually, it was for the journey to Hajj where the mahram was required. It was never for Hajj that a mahram was required. Once a person reaches over there and they want to do Hajj, if a woman wants to do it was not mandatory that there should be a mahram over there, but it was just for the sake of the journey, because in those times, even 20 or 50 years back, it was very difficult for women to travel alone. So it was never to perform Hajj, it was not important that you have to have a mahram. But yes, still, there were a lot of, by mullahs, so-called, what should I say, so-called these people, who claim to take care of the religion. It was their claim that women are not supposed to travel alone. But still, it is a very nice move, and I would say that the rest of the states should also follow the steps of Kerala, and this should be a normal thing, just as women are traveling everywhere to all the parts of the world, and the rest of the states actually should come up with similar flights and similar things.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right that this was an age-old tradition that used to be followed. The fact that it has now been rusticated in 2017, you feel it has taken far too long for the governments in succession to be able to let go of this draconian rule, draconian policy, draconian tradition?
Yes, very true.
Okay. Major Muhammad Ali Shah, what are your views? This is specifically, I speak about Kerala. Now, this tradition had been let go of by the Government of India in 2017. It is 2023 now, and the first all-women flight to Mecca is taking off today. There are 16 others that are going to take off from several airports in Kerala. It's important to note that while this is a women empowerment issue, this is also a matter of pride for the BJP government to then put hold during various of its election campaigns, whether in Kerala or for the Lok Sabha elections, about their women empowerment campaign, whether it is triple talaq or it is about women being let to take on their pilgrimage to Mecca without accompaniment of men?
Okay, Megha, I will give you a very, actually, you asked slightly a political question regarding how the political party can perhaps use it. I'll give you an answer on in a very non-political way on women empowerment, in fact. I think it's a very, very good sign, very, very progressive sign, and it's most welcome. And I think it's a very good step where women can now go for Hajj without having a mehram. Earlier, Mehram was what? A husband, brother, son, or father. Only when they are accompanied, not just for Hajj, even in Saudi Arabia earlier. I have lived in Saudi Arabia, in fact, for a very long time. So I have had the honor of be doing the pilgrimage of Hajj as well. So now let me tell you, the women cannot go, couldn't go out earlier. My mother and sister could not step out of the house. Even if I was busy with something else, I had to leave that as okay. If they want to shop, if they want to go to Al Akharia, or they want to go to some shopping mall, I have to accompany them because they are mutawwas over there. Mutawwas are what? Mutawwas are basically the religious police who catch you. And even in Salah time, that's the prayer time where you have to pray 5 times a day. They catch you if you are on the streets, and they will force you, irrespective of which religion, nationality you are. So now this first flight from Kerala has taken off, all women flight. I think it's a very, very good step. They have to be a group of 4 women who have to come forward. And now, even if you don't form a group of 4 women, it's okay. They will group them up for you over there.
Correct.
So I think it's a very, very good step. It's a very, very good measure. And there are ladies, not just from Kerala, from UP and from Maharashtra and from other states as well, who are now going for the pilgrimage of Hajj, which is a duty, which is every Muslim is duty bound to perform the pilgrimage of Hajj once in his lifetime on his own hard-earned money. It cannot be borrowed money. It cannot be money I've inherited from my father. It has to be I've earned that money.
Yeah.
It has to be that. So now I think my commendation to the ladies who are going there, it is, I can so well relate to, because I've had it's an experience in itself. I mean, attending the pilgrimage, apart from performing your duty, it is an experience. You learn so much, you meet so many people from different nationalities. It is something which is, I can't express that in words, Megha. It is so good. So yes, it stands for women empowerment, and I would conclude by saying a lady who has decided on perhaps not working or being a housewife, and by choice is also empowered, and it is a great sign for women empowerment. My thumbs up for that.
Yeah. I also have Advocate Rain with us on the telecast. Now, Advocate, the Prime Minister in his 2017 December Mann Ki Baat also made a mention of it, and he said this may look like a small alteration in the policy, in the tradition that is followed, that earlier the women were being accompanied by men related in blood or their spouse, who had to take them to Mehram, otherwise had to take them for Hajj, otherwise they would not be able to fulfill their duty of paying pilgrimage, of making the pilgrimage to Mecca. And now there is this change. So he said that this might look like a small change, but it has a massive impact when it comes to the image of our society. Also a matter of distinction over here, and putting focus and highlight on it, that there are several Islamic nations that had let go of this draconian tradition several years ago, before India came forth, before the government of India intervened and said that we should let go of this tradition from 2017 onwards.
Well, it's been a topic since past many years all over the world. Every country used to talk about it, that women have rights, they have different kind of rights, and this is one of their rights, to go for Hajj. And that too, if someone doesn't have a mehram, a father, brother, husband, or a boyfriend or son, so they always say that we also have a right to go to meet the God and do our Hajj and prayer. So the entire world were talking about it. So since the new prince who came into the power, he has been trying to bring many changes in his own country.
Yeah.
Since he has started in UK or US probably. So he has seen that how the world is. Women have their own right. So one of the right that he has introduced was that a woman can drive a car. That happened last year, and this year in March 2013 he introduced that a woman can travel and go for Hajj without a mahram. So this has been this topic was there from past many years. Even India also spoke about it, and many countries did. So this was a very positive thought that wherein it's not something that someone specific said and then this thing happened. This was world's a way to say that yes, this is a change that is actually needed, and this is what the new prince brought into the power.
Okay, all right. So, Dr. Lubna, while there are changes being made in Saudi Arabia by the Saudi prince Mohammed bin Salman, and as Major Muhammad Ali Shah, the kind of difficulties, practical difficulties women had if they were going to Hajj, that they were not allowed to enter the premises without a mahram. There were this moral police who would be there, who would not allow them to perform Hajj. They would be punished. There was some monetary, I think, a monetary leeway of money or fine that they would have to pay. Even stepping out in the marketplace, they were not allowed to go unaccompanied with their mahram or with their chaperone. Have you faced these issues or problems or people or women within your family or your society, your friends, your community who may have come back from Hajj and discussed these problems and now are saying that this is a transformational change, that this should have been done since yesterday, and thank God in 2017 this law has been enforced now?
Since you mentioned Man Ki Baat, so I would like to add there that the percentage of Muslim women facing this problem of going to Hajj alone or Teen Talaq is very small as compared to the rape and molestation cases that are there, and women really need help over there, because I was molested 10 years back and I filed a complaint, and believe me, nothing has happened till date. Nothing at all. The FIR was registered, but nothing after that. Nothing.
So then are you saying, Dr. Kamal, that whether it is criminalization of triple talaq or letting go of this mahram rule should not have been done?
Ma'am, just let me complete that. Man Ki Baat should focus on more important issues. Yes, these issues are important, but the number of girls, the number of women is very, very small. I live in Lucknow, I'm educated, I'm very well connected. But still, my case is just lying there since last 10 years. The second thing is that since you asked about my experience, I've been on Umrah twice. That is sort of a smaller Hajj. And it was 2 a.m., The first time I went inside the premises, the Holy Mosque of Mecca, it was 2 a.m. Everyone else was sleeping. I went with my family, but no one was awake. Everyone else was sleeping, and I went down to ask the receptionist if I can go there alone. My hotel was 200 meters away from the mosque. And he said that, yes, no problem. If you are an Indian, you might have faced these kind of problems over there, but you won't face any kind of hassles going to the mosque alone and even entering it. So I went there all alone. Imagine that in a foreign country where there were so many people and there was so much of rush at 2 a.m. And I went there and I was able to do whatever I wanted, and no one stopped me, So I would say this again, that it was for the journey that mahram was required and not for Hajj or Umrah or praying over there.
Okay.
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. You mentioned this point, and that's commendable. I would also not like to digress from the point and the story and the debate that I'm having right now about this flight of women that is going from Kerala, 16 others that are lined up, and all of them are filled with women who want to perform Hajj, and they are from different parts of the country but have now gathered in Kerala, in different parts of Kerala, in different airports of Kerala, and these flights are taking off. While we are on the topic, I'm also going to put out this sound clip of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who speaks about how this tradition has been let go of. This is in 2021 when he was speaking during one of his Mann Ki Baat conversations that he was having with the people of our country. And then also Smriti Irani, who was at one point of time the Union Minister for Minority Affairs, and how she faced this problem and helped in troubleshooting it under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's regime. Listen to it.
मुस्लिम महिलाओं को हज के दौरान महरम की बाध्यता से मुक्त करने का काम भी हमारी ही सरकार ने किया है। साथियों, भारत की नारी शक्ति के सामने आजादी के इतने दशकों बाद भी अनेक रुकावटें बनी हुई थी। बहुत से सेक्टर्स में उनकी एंट्री पर पाबंदी थी। महिलाओं के साथ इनजस्टिस हो रहा था। आज महिलाओं के लिए काम के अनेक सेक्टर्स को खोला गया है।
पहली बार हज में हमारे राष्ट्र के इतिहास में 4,314 महिलाएं बिना किसी मेल एस्कॉर्ट के या सपोर्ट के हज करने वाली हैं। इसका मतलब हमारे देश में औरतें बिना महरम के हज करना चाहती थीं, कोई फ्रेमवर्क उनके पास नहीं था।
Major Muhammad Ali Shah, you heard it from the Prime Minister. There was previously a year or so ago, or at least 6 months ago, there was Smriti Irani who had arrived at one of our conclaves. We women won conclaves. We were celebrating the empowerment of women. We were celebrating how women have progressed and what are the actions that need to be taken for the government, for our society, for families, for individuals to further empower women, to further celebrate their individuality and how far they have come. Thus, also now with regards to, if you take a look at several of these policies that have been initiated by the government, whether it is about giving toilets at several homes in rural India, in urban India, this is also a kind of empowerment for women. This is about the dignity of women that we talk about. Then we talk about the Prime Minister Awas Yojana. Now when the homes are being given, they have the legal name, the legal owner of the home is a woman. Again, this is dignity for women, this is empowerment for women. There is the LPG gas connections given free of cost to women. Again, this brings to focus how principally women are important, and only if you make them the focal point, the development and the welfare of a family and then for the country also happens. We've already talked about triple talaq, we've talked about this Hajj problem that used to be faced by women and it has now been resolved. So is it now an understandable context that has been given by the Government of India, perhaps as has been contended since 2014, that this government has done so much for the women and continues to do so, and has already an action plan made for women to be put in the focus for the development of this country. Is this also encouraging women to come out and support the current government?
Well, yes, Megha, definitely, and my compliments to the Minister of State of Minority Affairs who flagged this meeting. In fact, a lady, the senior most lady who was in her 70s, he handed the boarding pass to her himself, and most certainly they have done a lot. And I feel the society will not change unless and until we change our own selves. And when we talk about women empowerment, I feel if life on this planet has to exist, we need both men and women. And so we cannot really say that a man is more important than a woman or a woman is more important than a man. Both have the equal right to play and both are equally important. And in fact, I would take your example, Megha. I'll take your personal example. You are a dynamic lady, a very enterprising, a very leading anchor of the country. So a lot of girls, they aspire to be like you. They would be looking up to you. They would be keeping you as a role model. So when we talk about women empowerment, in fact, all the wonderful ladies on this panel, Dr. Lubna Kamal, Advocate Rain, I mean, these are all, you all are examples, you all are icons for millions who would be watching us. I'll tell you a small thing. In the year 2008, when I had come from Nagaland to Delhi to lead the Assam Rifles marching contingent. There was a lady officer by the name of Commander Gauri Mishra. If I got the rank correct, that time she was a commander. Now she must have grown much senior in service. So she was the second in command of the naval contingent. Thereafter, much later on in the year 2012, we got a lady officer from the Air Force who led the contingent. And in 2015, another friend of mine, Lieutenant Commander Sandhya Chauhan, led the contingent of the naval contingent when President from the US had come. In fact, when Barack Obama had come to India. And then in the year 2019, we had Major Khushbu Kanwar who led the Assam Rifles marching contingent. So now we have ladies in the Assam Rifles. With lady cadres there, we have ladies getting permanent commission, joining the NBA. They would be getting a command of a regiment. We've only had one Lieutenant General from the Army who's been a lady, Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanetkar from the Medical Corps. And the reason why there have been no lady generals from the Army is because the seniority so far, from the time they made permanent commission for the ladies, that seniority does not meet the QR mark. But I'm sure they're going to be generals from the Army who are going to be ladies, and they will lead from the front. So women are no less than anyone, anywhere, and they have proved it several times. So I am very, very proud of our ladies. If we our mothers and our sisters, our wives, I would say a child gives birth to a mother. Not just a mother gives birth to a child gives birth to a mother. A child is born and then the mother is born thereafter. So a lot of respect for women like you who are here, for ladies. I mean, I say all sarvat hai. So it's like as I mentioned earlier, a lady who decides not to work, but by choice, she's empowered. A lady who says, I will do this by her choice is empowered. So most certainly this aircraft which has taken off, which is there already in Jeddah, the ladies are there. I'm certain it is it's a first step and it's a leading step for women empowerment in all ways, Megha.
I completely agree with you. I thank my panelists for joining me on this special telecast. And here's to the women who are taking on bigger and bigger strides. I think this is a first for Muslim women in Kerala who are taking a flight to Jeddah to perform the Hajj unaccompanied by their male family members. Well, here's to Muslim women also gaining more strides and becoming more and more empowered as our country envisions itself to the 21st century, and the importance of women in shaping and molding how our country is performing and its image is improving across the globe. Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.